Well, as far as I know, I looked it up. There is no post-credit scene. There is only credits. So I figured I'd start talking now. Hopefully, what I looked up doesn't come and bite me in the ass. Everything kind of just it leaves off with them imprisoning Noob, which is very odd to say the least. You don't see Tanya leave. I'm assuming Tanya goes back to Havoc's timeline to defend it and take it back. I wonder if she'll play a role in the next game, if she's even in there to begin with. Um, there are a lot of plot threads unresolved. Is the general consistent? I haven't really, other than like, oh, what happens to Noob, the Wind Clay, Shao, and everything. But I think some of those threads are deliberately left open for the next game. It's implied through pre-battle dialogue that Sector saves Noob and reforms him into Sub-Zero, which is something I can believe because there's no way they're not having a Sub-Zero in the game. But this does leave some questions that I might actually end up making videos on at some point. Um, like, oh, okay, what are they gonna do with Scorpion? What are they gonna do with Sub-Zero? Uh, Hanzo, original Scorpion, is a teenager or a kid in this timeline currently. Is Kuai Liang gonna take Sub-Zero's place? And Hanzo takes Scorpion's place? Or is Hanzo just gonna be called Hanzo? Or are they gonna do something else? Call him like, I was gonna say Blaze, but like Inferno or Hellfire. Okay, Hellfire is stupid. But is he gonna be his own playable character? Or something to that effect? Are they going to purify Noob and give us Sub-Zero? Then that leads into how do we get Noob? I mean, there are ways of bringing in Noob, like multiverse timelines and stuff like that, but I don't really like that idea per se. Maybe Hanzo doesn't have fire powers. Maybe they'll call him Hydro and bring Hydro in. Uh, Possibly. We might get a. Be really interesting if they mentioned. They don't mention it here, but what if Sub Zero and Sector had a child? That child could become Sub Zero, and Bihan remains as Noob. But I feel like it would have been mentioned, and as far as I know, it's not mentioned in pre-battle dialogue. But there's always that small chance. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Overall, Chaos Reigns is a nice, self-contained story. It was a little meh in there. I feel like it didn't exactly use everything to its best potential. This is definitely what I want to see more of. If we're gonna go with the multiverse thing, and since I can't just wave my hand and let the multiverse factor's gone, it makes sense to do these big epic battles. I mean, that can also get tiring if it was to happen every single game. I definitely think Chaos Reigns just should have been about the Wind Quay. You could have called this the Coming Frost or something like that. And leave Titan Havoc for the next big game. And this could have been more foreshadowing of Titan Havoc. Maybe Titan Havoc's helping people in the shadows or something to that effect. Overall, the voice acting was pretty good, and I don't have any real big. Oh, this sucks. Besides Sub-Zero, literally emitting to Cyrex everything. which is fucking stupid. But that is what that is. I guess. I did promise to talk about the variation system, and basically, if we were to leave it to MKX, them having only 3 variations, and this is assuming that they also get special dialogue and other things to that effect, to make them feel like uh, other character, to make them feel like their own characters. All their base games would be the first variation. The left variation for everybody would be the would be their chapter 15 versions, all different characters, I guess, except for Liu Kang and Katana. Katana would get a that would be Titan Katana, and that one would be Fire God Liu Kang, since he takes control of the hourglass again. So our Titan Liu Kang. And then for everybody else, I feel like they should have different voice actors and basically come from their own timelines where we can discover more about them through pre-fight dialogue. It's a little too much giving them different endings, but if I had a say in it, every single preset would have their own. Every different variation would have their own ending, giving us a look into what would happen. And then for some of these characters, they're chaos versions, mainly Kenshi, Scorpion, Cyrex, Sector, uh, T- Takeda, uh, Baraka, uh, and Ermac. And this is also where it gets interesting. Ermac and Quan Chi. Ermac would have his base one. One of them would be when Jared has control over his body, and the other one could maybe be Sindel. Actually, no, it can be the Chaos version. For Quan Chi, there is a Chaos Quan Chi, but he's like a mindless minion almost. Unlike all the other ones, like Chaos, Lime, and Reiko, that actually have big impacts. No. I should have made a list and gone down, so this might become its own video, because right now I'm just yapping. But for Quan Chi, I would do one. I would give him one where he's wearing his, or before he gets controlled by the Soulnado. And then the other one could be a Chaos version. There's no Titan version, or I guess the other one could be the light version of Quan Chi, which is what I want to talk about for Shang Tsung. His new MK1 variation, Titan, and that light version, that the Titan, Quan Chi, and Shang Tsung suck their souls out of. Yeah, they die, but like so does Emperor Rain, and Empress Tanya and Emperor Rain would also easily have presets or variations, and the other two can be Titan versions. Havoc before he's injured Havoc and Titan Havoc make the most sense for this. And Noob is one that I really wanted to talk about. You have the normal Noob here, Havoc controlled Noob, and then Black Ice Noob, and it'd just basically be a Sub-Zero. He has his ice powers. The clone can be made more like Black Frost in this case, like made of this misty frost, and he can have like black ice powers, like Shadow Ice that works like it does it in the game with normal Sub-Zero. I feel like that could be cool. Because, yeah, Noob has shadows, but I don't think it's ever really talked about why he goes from ice to shadows other than he's a undead shadow thing. I do like that they brought in Noob, and it does leave me with a couple of questions itself, but I'm hoping those are solved in the next game. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure there's gonna be another game even though WB's been bought. No one's gonna just leave MK to die and drown because it makes money. MK1 still sold quite well. And if they're actually, and what really killed MK was the fact that it was forced out early and then all the microtransactions because of WB. It's pretty much WB's fault.
Campaign. Story. Find your way through a cinematic story. Cross button confirm. Left and right button select campaign mode. Up and down button change category. Touchpad button open combat card. Mortal Kombat 1. Press the cross button. Mortal Kombat 1. Press the cross button. Mortal Kombat 1. Press the cross button.
Sorry, my
Checking for updates.
throat kind
Story.
of decided to
Find your way
die.
through a cinematic story. Cross button confirm.